join this week's panel. Please welcome comedians Alysia Wood and Julian Michael. It's good to have you both here. So, first of all, what are you each up to? We'll go ladies first.
I'm just getting ready for New Year's. I got to start training now. I got to start increasing my tolerance as we get closer and closer. So I'm in the home stretch, performing a little bit.
Your tolerance for?
Yeah, for
everything.
Alcohol. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, at minimum alcohol.
At minimum alcohol.
At minimum alcohol.
And dessert.
Yeah, probably.
Because I think if you do those, they wipe each other out and everything's good. That's my policy. What are you up to these days?
I am certainly working on my December body. I have not.
I'm not laughing at you.
Listen, I live in LA. I'm not taking any beach reservations for months. Don't call me. I'm not doing it. I've been traveling a lot. I've been in weird places. I've been in Laughlin, Nevada.
And recording an album this weekend at the Comedy Underground,
I'm in Seattle. I'm here.
And the sun's out. So you hit us at our best time. So what we do, this one knows, we spin the wheel and we land on a topic and then anything goes.
Let's do it.
Okay? All right, so here we go. There are no rules. In fact, we do cheat pretty liberally. Wowza, Delta Airlines did something that I didn't think planes could do. They actually made a pit stop. Everybody had to go to the bathroom. The bathrooms were broken. They landed in Billings on a flight from New York to Seattle, and people went to the restroom.
And they couldn't even park at a gate. They had to They had to park at a cargo area because there was no
threw
gate
everybody
available.
off. No, they exited, I think, in some sort of organized way.
That had to be the most aggressive bathroom line of all time. And
Can you
I
imagine?
feel like that's like Murphy's Law with going to the bathroom. Like, of course, when you have to go, you're on a plane that doesn't have bathrooms that work, that can't park at a cargo door that has 300 people that are waiting for the same bathroom. You know,
it was a walk of shame.
Is not all of Montana just like forest land though? Can't they just like hop off the plane and just squat in the air? Like, can we just?
I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing in my whole life.
I haven't either.
That's an emergency bathroom
I think they're just
stop.
like, we have buckets. You know, I just,
I mean, if you have time to hold it while they find like somewhere to taxi you from the air, you might as well just keep going all the way.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Finish it.
Yeah.
I
They
don't know.
smell like pee anyway. I mean, I don't know why we're, you know.
Yes. All right. Okay. Moving on. So we did that. We did, hey, good looking. Let's see. Instagram is now warning people against wild animal selfies. Do you know why?
Because my ex-boyfriend is out and about on loose. Is that why?
No, this is actually, I thought it was because they thought people would get hurt, but it's actually a response from various wildlife organizations that get triggered if you put up a picture with a monkey or riding an elephant or something saying, hey, did you know that these animals are often abused or they've been captured out of the wild, and you know, just kind of letting you know.
I'm kind of here for that first reason. I think if you can get close enough to a lion and take the picture and he doesn't eat you, then congratulations.
Right. Exactly. I guess a lot of it was, and I've actually done this, people were riding elephants and they're often poached and have been abused, and you don't know that as a tourist. This was years and years ago. You may not know that, so they're kind of letting people know. But I'm afraid they're going to go on, and like when I'm with my donut, then I'm going to hear from Weight Watchers, or there are going to be lots of warnings from other people. Do we think that's okay to be monitored in this way? I
don't know if it's monitored so much as it's a guilt trip, but I think it's interesting that they're calling it animal trafficking now. Like now everything is trafficking. And I guess this started out with some sort of like self-harm trigger warning, which is interesting. I don't know how I didn't trigger that ever, because it's a very wide amount of things that will trigger this pop-up, like body image issues, self-harm. I'm trying to think of what else, but there's just a million things in there, and I'm positive that I've been self-deprecating enough to trigger this, and it's never happened, you know, so I don't believe it's real. That's what I'm saying.
Somebody would monitor the bad photos I take. Like, this is not your angle. You know what I mean? Like, if a pop-up
that would be good, wouldn't it? Yes, or the bad pictures other people take of you. Well, occasionally I get things, not you, of...
You don't know my situation. You don't know my friends.
Like if the pop-up just said,
are they trying to?
I'd like if the pop-up just said, you should turn around. Hashtag lion.
Here we are, we're cheating. We're gonna let's go to Yum Yum and see what that's all about. Okay, first of all, have either of you lived in the part of the country where there are Waffle Houses?
I've driven through parts of the country with the Waffle House, very familiar.
I've had them as my only choice in the South when on tour.
Seriously, nothing good happens at the Waffle House after 2 a.m. I can't tell you how many news stories. Okay. Really? Tell me.
Listen, when you can get 17 pancakes for $1.99, like that's fantastic in my book.
But you always get stabbed in the parking lot after. It's like
it's the risk you got to take sometimes.
Every news story I ever covered in Louisiana was, you know, a man has barely survived after leaving the Waffle House at 3 a.m. So some dude goes to this Waffle House in South Carolina. He says he's had a lot to drink. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. He finds an employee asleep, so he goes ahead and makes himself a meal. It was like it was a Texas bacon cheesesteak melt with extra pickles.
Yep.
And posted photos of it. Would you ever have done such a thing?
No, and I love how he says vodka made him do it. I'm like,
Yes.
vodka has never made me want to get a job, ever. Like,
But no,
ever,
but
you know,
here's
like-
the crazy, because Waffle House offers this dude a job, like,
Yes.
that's a come up right now. Like,
yeah.
what?
I
Who
think they
would've
gave
thought?
him whoever's asleep job, I think is what
They
happened.
actually suspended the guy who was asleep and offered this guy a job because they thought that seemed like it was some sort of initiative. I mean, he broke into the Waffle House kitchen.
Why
made
was
his
there
own
only
meal.
one person working at the Waffle House?
That's what I was thinking.
Like-
I was thinking the same thing. That should be like a
Yeah,
buddy
let-
system.
Let
like,
that brother
stay awake,
sleep.
stay awake,
There's
stay awake.
someone else cooking. Yeah.
I don't know, because the other
don't
people
know.
got hurt in a.
They were in the
Crime
parking
that
lot.
was
Yeah,
being-
they were in the parking
I'm
lot
telling you, it's just
doing
not
Waffle
good.
House things.
Say what? 50 jokes that are so bad they're actually funny. Okay, so this is a list that's been put together. They're called dad jokes. They're groaners. So since you two are comedians, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. Why don't you read a few and see if you can make those work?
Okay, so I will tell you, out of the 50, I did not read any one past the first slide because
Yeah.
they were in 50 different slides that you had to click on.
Oh, yeah, no,
so I was
no,
like,
I can't.
if my
I can't.
inheritance was on slide
can't.
50, I wouldn't make
Never
it to
make
it.
it.
You know what I mean?
No
I'm not
problem.
doing slides. So anyways, all right, why don't they play poker in the jungle?
Too many cheetahs. Don't clap for that. Don't clap for that.
No.
Don't clap for that.
Go ahead.
You want that one?
Okay. What did the Buddhist say to the hot dog vendor?
Make me one with everything.
Yeah, see,
that's
the groans aren't
about
even-
the appropriate response for
All
that.
right, next one.
I got fired from my job at the bank today. An old lady came in and asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over.
My joke doctor in my brain wants to like revise these.
I mean, that one doesn't get even a little.
Yeah.
Because there's
been
going
knocked
to
over.
be a moment, I'm going to be doing a show, and there's going to be this awkward pause, and I'm just going to go, so I used to work at the bank. And it's not, now I'm mad about it.
All right, you don't have to go on. You don't have to go on. I won't make you do this.
Okay, I have one that actually.
Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
do this one. It's a good thing that this was on this paper. I would never have known it. What did Batman say to Robin before they got in the car? Robin, get in the car.
I like
Okay,
that.
that
Yeah.
made me laugh.
And
That
also,
one actually
if
did make
you
me laugh.
have, yeah.
So that's not so bad. So should we call those dad jokes, or is that
Well,
mean
listen,
to men?
if you have a kid and your kid has friends over and you have a chance to tell a joke like that and ruin your kid's life, by all means, do it.
do
Like,
it, yes, yes. It's one of those family traditions that must be
Absolutely.
passed on. Okay, so cha-ching is our next topic. I think this is very cool. Nearly 8,000 strangers pitched in at least $61 a piece, and they bought a 13th century French chateau. It is so beautiful. It's surrounded by water. They don't get to look at this. They don't get to live there, but everybody gets to have some kind of say in how it's restored, and it makes sure the money will make sure that it does get restored. They put together about $600,000. And I just think that's super cool. Am I crazy?
I think so. Yeah, I think maybe crazy. That I don't know. 60. So like the minimum payment was $61.
$61.
Yeah, and all you really
That
get
sounds
is
like-
to go there first and have a say in the restoration. Like
sounds
no,
like
no,
the
I
worst.
want
own part
you
of a
know,
chateau.
Yeah,
That's the worst
Yeah, but
timeshare
you
you could
can't-
ever have.
Yeah. No weeks a year. No days a year. Yeah.
You get to go there and point and say, I own a part of that and I helped restore it. No, nobody's
Listen,
buying
if
it.
anyone's got $61, I got a duplex by LAX that I'm trying to get some work done on.
All right. These two are not having it, but I'm into the chateau. Alicia's got a couple of shows coming up, including next Thursday night at Bob's Java Jive in Tacoma. Julian's performing at Seattle Comedy Underground tonight through Saturday and recording a live comedy album in the process. We have linked everything online. Thank you both
Thank
for
you.
being
So
much.
here.
It's always
You
good to
two
be
make
here.
a cute couple, can I say?
Oh.
Still,
I don't know how my
that just
husband feels
popped
about
right
it.
out. I don't even know why I said that out loud. Still, I had
Because my
'cause we
clothes
color
won't
coordinated,
stay
that's
on
why.
and
Maybe
coordinated
that's it.
and- Yeah.
Maybe that's it. All right, carry on, everybody. Apologize. Keys to safe holiday shopping and giving back after this.